those winner-type matches. Neil Drummond, our referee. You can see Fred Birch from Portland, Oregon, getting into the ring. Freddie Birch, 265 pounds from Portland, Oregon. His opponent, yes, Bruiser Costa. Bruiser Costa from Boston, Massachusetts, 250 pounds. Unmanaged Bruiser Costa no longer has a manager. Looking for a manager. The Bruiser. I don't know. Good question. Somebody said, who wants to manage that guy? And I'm with him. Could you imagine having the job of trying to keep control of Bruiser Costa? There's Costa talking to referee Neil Drummond, saying he's crazy. Well, I wonder. It is true that Bruiser Costa is looking for a manager. And apparently he's looking for bids for people who want to manage him. And, of course, he's been saying, as you heard me say last week, if any of the fans are interested, if you want to drop a letter or line to Bruiser Costa, Post Office Box 4700, Vancouver, BC, B6B4A3 is the address. If you want to manage Bruiser Costa, just put it on the outside of the envelope. Bruiser Costa Manager. All-Star Wrestling, Post Office Box 4700, Vancouver, BC. We'd love to hear from you, and I want to say a special hi to Don Kemp. Don says, Ed, watch the show all the time. Just to say, Bruiser Costa could put his brain in a mustard seed, and it would rattle like a barrel in a boxcar. And, you know, Don, I think you might have something there. I really do. I'd like to say hi to Annette. Annette, I don't know where Rick Patterson is doing his wrestling these days, so I cannot give you his address. But I do appreciate your letter. Awful lot of great fans that we have in All-Star Wrestling. Certainly appreciate getting the mail from you. Bruiser Costa, Freddie Birch. And I should mention that one of the people who has put in a bid to manage Bruiser Costa is Suzie Tanner. You think I'm kidding, but I'm dead serious. I don't know why she'd want to do that. Maybe I'll get a chance to talk to her a little later on. Here's Freddie Birch. Takes Costa off the rope. Costa not happy about that one. Bruiser Costa, 250 pounds. I don't know how he got up into the ropes. And now Birch. Beginning to look like Costa really needs a little managing in there. He's having a tough time in this match. The Bruiser taking a bit of a beating from Freddie Birch. Now here's Costa. Costa hanging out of the ropes. You can see Neil Drummond saying, no, 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 you can't do that. He's going to do it anyway. Costa complaining of a sore left knee, and of course, you can see that Birch is taking advantage of that. Costa having you can see having a bit of a problem, but he sure knows how to use that right hand. There it is again on Fred Birch. Birch has got some height on him, and a few pounds, actually. Look at this as Costa just climbs on and down he goes. Didn't really expect it to work out that way as Birch got a 2 count on him. Freddie Birch trying to take advantage of that. Costa's got to get turned around and does. Here's the Bruiser. Bruiser Costa. And I think he's choking on Fred Birch. Not sure, but Birch gets clear of it. And again, look at this. Costa trying to make a bear hug out of that on Fred Birch. That didn't work out for either one of them. Birch going to try it again. Flings him into the ropes. Costa with a flying drop kick. And now Costa tries for the cover on Birch. Does it. Does it, although Birch had his leg out on the ropes, according to the fans. But he does do it, and Costa takes that one away as Neil Drummond awards the match to Bruiser Costa. You can see Drummond having a talk to Costa about whether he was out over the ropes or not, but he says, no, sir, so we'll get up to ringside. Oh, I'm sure he didn't have his leg out over on the ropes there, did he? Here's Bruiser Costa. Vern Siebert, you are no longer managing this man?
Yes, that's true. His contract is very, very available. I'm not,
Like you're not even bidding for it.
No, but I think he could be he's, of course, a very capable wrestler, and I'm sure somebody will have some, I might say, use for him.
I have to tell this guy something because, do you know, Bruiser Costa, that one of the bidders, I understand, is Suzie Tanner, the referee?
Like I said before, moron, you come up with the cash, you come up with the title shot, then I come up with the manager. Manager provide me with both of those things. It's the manager I'm looking for. Hey!
Well, you heard that. Suzie, I don't know whether you want to respond to that or not, but you have actually made a bid to manage this gentleman?
All I can say right now is, Vern, you did this to him. You treat him like an animal. You put him in a cage. You treat him like he's a nobody. I feel I can do a better job. I could treat him as a somebody.
Like a nobody, that's the way he treated me.
All right, those are pretty strong words. You feel that he treated him badly?
I feel the only reason when he slammed me is you made him that way. You made him an animal. You put him in this cage. You ignore him. You don't give him what he needs.
Well, you can probably hear that from Vern Siebert.
Hey, I made him into an animal. Is that what she's trying to say? I did it.
I think that's what she's clearly saying, yes.
Come on. I mean, that guy. I mean, look at him. You've got to have protection, Ed, because you know who knows what he'll do to you. The cage is for your protection, Ed. I mean, I'm afraid what he'd do to anybody. He's just a big headache.
I don't agree with Vern Siebert on very much, but I must admit that we had a discussion one day, and I said, I don't want to do Bruiser Costa interviews unless there's a cage or something in there, because I'm not too sure I can trust him. How are you going to trust him?
He's a person.
No, he's not.
He's a person. He's not an animal. You don't put him in a cage.
There are some people who would debate that with you.
I feel I can do a good job at managing him if I had the opportunity. I can give him what he needs, and I'll treat him like a person, not like an animal.
I'd like to know what the Bruiser feels about this.
Oh, come on.
Suzie Tanner! You're right. I'm not an animal. And Birch Stevens mistreated me. If you can come up with the cash, and you can come up with the title match, then you're my manager.
Hey, can you hear that? Hey, that's from Bruiser Costa. Did you hear him say that?
Hey, I couldn't get him a title match. I can get world title matches, but I just couldn't get a match for him. It's not my fault.
Why not?
Think. Well, because they wouldn't give me... Hey, I tried. I did my best for him, but it wasn't good enough for him. I tried to give him championship matches, but I just couldn't do it.
All right, one quick question for Suzie Tanner. Can you get him a title match?
I'll give it a try. I don't think Vern tried hard enough to get him one. I'll give it my best.
Interesting comments. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Good luck. Whoever ends up managing him. We'll be back with more right after this.